What's going on? I really hope it's working this time. Please, God, let me know if it's working. I really hope it is so we can talk about some Star Wars. Please. Please. Please, please, please. Can't hear me. I hate my life. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Can you hear me? Tim can hear me? He can hear me. Okay, we're in business. I was gonna say, if you can't hear me, this is ridiculous. Jesus Lord, thank you, guys. All right, we're gonna get right into it. Oh, loud and clean. All right, all right. Sounding crispy? Am I too loud, Tim? What's up, Darth Five? What's up? I'm happy I can finally be heard. All right, all right. Let's get into it then. Let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about in the Star Wars space today. I hope everybody comes back because this is like my fourth try. That's why you test though, because if I did this for Josh's watch parties, I would have been canceled immediately. So thank God that I got this out of the way. First live stream. Let's get it though. Let's talk about some Star Wars. Biggest news today. Pedro Pascal said some very concerning things to me. To some people at least. I think it was a little bit concerning, but I'm going to get into it right now. Now, there was a snippet of an interview with him and Ewan Mcgregor, and in this interview, he basically says that Mandalorian 3 hasn't even started shooting. That's bull. I'm calling it right now. That is BS. Pedro, why are you doing us like that? We already know it started, and if you don't know that it started, I'm sorry, bro. That just means that you're not in it that much. They probably used the stand-in, and Pedro's not in it. That's just facts. Cashew, what's good? What's good? Matt Reisman, hello there. Yes, hello there. I'm so happy it's working. Thank God. All right. So where was I? Yeah, if Pedro doesn't know about Mando 3, I'm sorry, bro, you're not in it. You're really not in it. And if he is in it, and I mean, it's possible that they're going to go back and reshoot things with him, and maybe contract wise he's just not allowed to say it, so he's lying and saying that it hasn't started. Either way, it's a load of crap. Mando 3 is low-key probably done shooting. I think it's probably going to come out a month or two after Book of Boba does. So it's a load of crap in my opinion. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this, because I'm pretty curious what everyone else thinks. That's all right, Cashew. It's nice to see you around, dude. It is Darth Bayou. I definitely think that's possible. I definitely think it's possible. It could be that this was potentially shot before, and also there's another thing. We don't even know the full context of this interview, and I think it's getting released tomorrow, and that's why we only have the little 10-second clip of it. But who knows, man? It could have happened a while ago. It could have happened friggin' today for all we know. I will say Ewan does look like he did back in May, so I'm saying it's probably recent. Don't take my word for it, obviously, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, I definitely think it's recent. What's up, Darth Ryan? Thank you, man. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad people are liking the content a lot. I'm like I said, I'm just glad this is finally working. What is everyone else thinking of this right now? You don't think they started, Tim? Come on, dude. There's no way they haven't started filming. Josh and Theory butcher everything. Let's be honest. Nah, you're good, Matt. I'm late. What the heck? This was supposed to start an hour ago. Yeah, dude. So definitely I think that Pedro either is full of it or just he's not in the loop, and it's possible that with everything that happened a couple months ago with the rumors behind him having some conflict, that he might not even be as involved. Back in season 1, we know that he did a lot of audio for it and not as much like actual footage, and there were stand-ins because it's like full costume. I mean, I do think season 3 we're going to see his face more, so I'm sure they're going to do more shooting with him later on, and it's definitely possible the shooting's not done, but for him to not know that shooting is like, I'm sorry, shooting has definitely started. It's definitely started. Maybe it hasn't because of the Cara Dune thing, but I promise you, in my opinion, it has started. What am I expecting from Book of Boba? Ooh, all right, we can get into that a little bit. Might as well. Might as well get into Book of Boba. Oh, Tim, I'm sure they did work it out. I'm sure that Pedro worked out everything and it's fine. If anything, the Cara Dune situation maybe pushed back season 3, but I honestly think it's already at least begun shooting. Like, it was originally supposed to come out in December, so the fact that it wouldn't have, maybe it hasn't, but like, and maybe with all the new technology they can shoot it that fast. It just honestly doesn't seem like that's the case. I definitely think there's something fishy about it. Why hasn't it started? Why would it not? Finale. Clone Rebellion in the finale. Okay. I might as well get into that and then get into the Book of Boba Fett. A possible clone finale, Clone Rebellion in the finale definitely is possible. That's an interesting thought, man. I haven't really thought about that yet. I definitely think that's possible. I think it's more likely that the clones are gonna be like weed out and just die, and because they're in chips, and they're gonna, not that the chips are gonna kill them, but I think it's possible that they're gonna stay loyal. Most of them will stay loyal to the Empire until they start dying out, and I do think the Kaminoans will get wiped out. I don't think the whole army of clones, like even Wrecker right now, is having trouble staying on, like, fighting his chip, I guess you could say. So it would be hard for them to disable all of the inhibitor chips on all of the clones. I do think it would be a cool idea if we saw that, though. Yeah, we could see Vader team up with Crosshair. All right, Book of Boba. I think it's gonna be lit. Honestly, I was kind of with Vito, if you know who that is. Uh, I've never been that big of a Boba Fett fan. My brother, growing up, loved Boba Fett. I just remember Boba Fett as the dude that gets his jetpack hit and he falls into the Sarlacc, and I was like, all right, he looks cool, but what what does he actually do? I completely turned on that. The Mandalorian changed things for me. I actually have a Boba helmet, the new re-armored Boba helmet that's coming out. I'm getting that. I already have it pre-ordered, and I'm definitely gonna be wearing it and doing a review. The villain for Book of Boba. I don't think there's gonna be a villain for the Book of Boba. I think the Book of Boba is gonna be about him either ruling the underworld, the criminal underworld, or potentially just the Book of Boba could be a reference to him having a hit list. And I think that's very possible. We already saw at the end of Mandalorian 2 that he went after, can't think of his name right now, Bib Fortuna. He went after Bib Fortuna and he killed him. And in the new comics that are just coming out, we see that Jabba and Bib Fortuna actually had a hit out on Boba for not bringing in Han fast enough. So it's very possible that Boba in the Book of Boba Fett is just going to go around trying to take all these people out. And that's why it starts with him just rolling up to Bib Fortuna and saying, But yeah, I definitely think that's probably what the Book of Boba about. There may be a villain, and I kind of am hoping for Mace Windu in it, but I definitely think it's a long shot, and it's somewhat fanboy dreaming, I guess. I think it would be really cool. What's up, Average? Boba is an anti-hero. I like that, Scrappy Coco. I do like that. And that's why I think that my Book of Boba, you know, the whole Book of Boba thing is probably him going after people. Yeah, it would be dope. It would be dope. I do want to at some point get into who the potential character is at the end of the finale, but I feel like everyone's talked about, or end of episode 6 of the Bad Batch. I feel like everybody's kind of talking about that right now, and I already had a take, but it was also like 2 a.m. when I did my take, and I didn't look deep enough. Bruh, Bib Fortuna was not skipping workouts. What workouts? This dude was eating everything. Mace would be freaking sick, man. I don't think it's happening either. It is possible though, and to the whole Mace could potentially be the character in episode 6 thing, because that is a rumor out there. It could make sense, to be honest. If you think about it, he fell from God knows how high. And he probably could have fallen to the lower levels of 1313 and met Rafa and Trace, but that's just kind of a long shot. I gotta check that out, Matt. I gotta check that out. Tim, I know. Yeah, I'm loving the Bad Batch, man. A lot of people are, I don't want to say down on it, but they just think it's meh, and I'm loving it. I'm probably digging too deep, and if you guys do have a chance, or if you're already a Nerd Venture, definitely come by Friday. I'm running the Nerd Venture watch party for the Bad Batch the next like 2 or 3 weeks at least, and then I might be co-hosting it with Josh. So we'll see, but I'm definitely really excited about that. All right. I'll get into the character at the end of the episode. So obviously, I think it's Rex, and a lot of people think that is the case also. Um, it's most likely Rex though, because R7 was last seen with Rex and Ahsoka, and more importantly, I think he was last seen with Rex. Um, the Ahsoka novel has Rex taking him, and we see him kind of dismantled because of the fight with the clones and Ahsoka at the season finale. So it's most likely that Rex and Ahsoka put R7 back together, and somehow Ahsoka and Rex either split up or are still together, and now R7 is with Trace and Rafa because Ahsoka maybe told Rex to find them, or I don't know. There's plenty of possibilities, and it's most likely that Trace and Rafa know Rex through Ahsoka already from scenes we haven't seen, and that's why they have R7 and why they would call him. People think it's Bail Organa, and Jesus Christ, if it's Bail Organa, I'm gonna die. I please don't make it Bail Organa. That would be my worst nightmare. Like don't get me wrong, Bail Organa is kind of a cool character. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to, like, why do we need to see Bail Organa talking to these street rats of Coruscant? Like, it doesn't make sense narratively. The only way it would make sense is that maybe after that little scene where he's talking with the clones going to the Jedi Temple, and he's like, what's going on here? And they're like, it's time for you to leave. And he's like, so it is. Maybe after that, and after helping out the Jedi, he went to go find people of Coruscant that could help him. It just seems really weird to me that this upper level politician would be talking to these street rats. It doesn't make sense to me. As for Rex though, he is the one person I think in the galaxy that would be looking for rogue clones at the moment. Everyone else is either thinks that the clones are taking out the Jedi, which to them might be a good thing because the Empire told everyone that the Jedi betrayed them, or they think that the clones are killing the Jedi and that the Jedi are the good guys, so they don't like the clones. So the one person that would possibly like or be looking for the clones is Rex. What do you guys think, though? Oh, please, God, don't put don't put the Martez sisters in live action, please. We already never wanted to see them again. Please don't do that. I'm a riot too, Tim. I'm a riot too. Darth Ryan, I'll definitely check that out. I haven't got that much into Black Series stuff. Heck, I'm barely starting to read all the books, but I'll definitely have to check out that record toy. That sounds dope. Cody in the Bad Batch, that's definitely a possibility. Oh man, wow, that would be wild. I haven't thought about that a lot, but it's definitely possible. Man, that would be kind of heartbreaking because I don't think Rex is going to be able to get Cody's chip out, and that would just be sad to see, man. I like Cody, and I like, obviously Rex is probably my favorite clone outside of Fives, but dang, that would suck to see, man. Yeah, keep the Martez sisters away from me, man. Yeah, Bayou, I definitely think Rex is the most logical. I mean, it's interesting too because the cloak looks like Bale, and that's why everybody jumps to that conclusion. But I think that it's more likely that Rex is just hiding his armor or wearing a cloak to hide the armor. Because if you're a clone that's rogue right now, like the Bad Batch don't really care because they're all in a group. But if you're a lone clone that's rogue right now, would you want to be seen in clone armor? Because I sure as hell would not. Oh, Cody and Obi-Wan would be sick. That would be sick, Star Wars talk show. You know what? I hope Cody is in it now that you guys say that. I think that would be really cool. Tim, I'm still laughing over your riot comment. Definitely wearing a cloak over the armor. That makes sense. The most sense to me. Man, I really hope that it is Rex. No, it wouldn't make sense to me that for it to be a Jedi. I don't know what Jedi would be looking for clones right now, and also I don't know why the Martez sisters would be talking to a Jedi because they barely trust Ahsoka. Mike Porter, it's good to see you, Mr. Positivity himself. It is awesome to see you here, man. Thank you for coming by. So glad I got this microphone to work. Oh, I mean, all right, average, we're gonna see Rex already. It's gonna be sweet. And that's another reason I think it's probably gonna be Rex, is we already seen some trailer footage with Rex in it. And they're getting close to the running out of trailer footage for us, which is amazing. We still have half a season. So the fact that we see Rex in, you know what's funny too? I actually predicted in my preview video, if you haven't seen it yet, that Rex at the end of episode 6 would be dope. And I think it happened. I really do think I was right. It's possible. I will say in my review video at like 2 a.m., I was super tired. I didn't watch with closed captions. Shame on me. It's like the first time I haven't done that. But I definitely think I said Ahsoka, and it's not Ahsoka because we know the Martez sisters said it's a he. I'm sure you guys all know that already. Everybody knows that already, but yeah, I failed on that. I definitely think it's Rex. Who would win in a fight between Windu and Boba? Thank you for asking that. That's hilarious. I'd probably Windu. But I think Boba has a chance. I don't think that what Theory was saying and some of his fans, like, all right, come on now. Think about it logically. As a little kid, Boba Fett nearly killed Anakin and Boba Fett nearly killed Anakin and Mace Windu, two of the most powerful Jedi probably ever, at least at the height of the Jedi. I guess it was right before their downfall, but still. He almost killed both of them as a little kid, and we know he's only gotten more badass since then. So I definitely think Boba stands a solid chance. I think there's a way where he would maybe come out of that with like a lost limb and survive and somehow kill him. But man, Mace Windu is one bad mother effer, man. I don't think Boba would win, but it would be freaking lit to see. Django did almost kill Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan is more of a defensive guy, whereas Mace Windu's fighting style is just so aggressive and different. Like, he nearly beat Palpatine. No, he did beat Palpatine for all intents and purposes. Like, he had him dead to rights. He had Sheev dead to rights, man. I remember that moment. It's the moment that I got scarred and just deformed, okay? I don't know, man. Mace Mace would clap Boba. He probably would, man. You guys aren't giving Boba enough credit. This is the most deadly bounty hunter in the galaxy. Like, him and his dad taught him everything he knew, and in my opinion, Boba only became a better bounty hunter. And Jango was a straight up Jedi killer. We know that for a fact. That's why, what's his name? That's why Count Dooku chose him as the template, man. Like, Jango was a Jedi killer and a savage. Palps got jumped and he still killed almost everyone. Boba's a savage too. Yeah. My favorite basketball team? Alright. My favorite basketball team is the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm a LA boy and I love the Lakers still. I definitely the 2007 to 2010. I was a big Laker fan and seeing them lose to the Celtics sucked. But sorry, I'll get back to Star Wars. You got me off topic there. Man, Mace being an old man, like, that depends too. Because if we're talking Book of Boba, yeah, he'll definitely be an old man. But I don't know if that would make him weaker, dude. Like, maybe it would. It also makes him wiser. Josh was trying to say yesterday that there would possibly be less force for him to use or something like that. And honestly, I gotta disagree with that. I think the force is a constant, and with there being less Jedi in the galaxy, it's more likely that Mace Windu had more power. And like Theory said, he was probably stronger if he's alive at that time. 76ers, nice. I don't like the 76ers. Oh, that's great point, Darth Ryan. So I was actually thinking, what if that person at the end of the episode isn't Rex or any of the other people, but Gregor or Wolf? Because that's definitely a possibility too. And so thank you for bringing that. I do think at some point it's definitely possible we see them in the Bad Batch and we see Rex meet up with them and we find out how they get their inhibitor chips taken out. I even think so. Another reason I actually think that Rex is going to be in this, and why I think obviously he's in it, but why I think Rex was the character at the end of the episode is this past episode we just saw Wrecker almost lose it, and he was saying good soldier, and like all of a sudden he didn't have his fear of heights anymore, it seemed. And I think the one person that would be able to help them outside of Ahsoka right now is Rex. And he would be able to potentially, like, if Wrecker starts having crosshair symptoms and losing it and talking about killing Jedi, then I definitely think Rex would be their go-to and he would be the guy to get the inhibitor chips out. I do think it's also strange that back in episode 3 we saw Tech was building a device that could potentially see if their inhibitor chips were working. And it's really strange to me that we haven't seen that again. And I definitely think it's coming back either this episode or the mid-season, which is episode 8. So in the next 2 episodes, we're definitely getting more on Wrecker. We're definitely getting more on the inhibitor chip. And we're probably getting Rex too. Gregor. Yeah, man. Gregor is a cool clone. He's not one of my like top 5 or anything, but he's definitely a cool clone. I think he was a commando too, right? Which is pretty sick. What if Rex had to show the Bad Batch back to the crowd? Dang. Yeah, that's definitely possible. Um, I like that point, Darth Ryan. You're pointing out a lot of great things, Darth Ryan. Shout out to you, man. So yeah, I definitely think we see what looks like the Venator crashed in the trailers. I'd have to go back and look because it's been a while since I watched the trailers, but it's definitely possible he brings them back there to help them get the inhibitor chips out. And honestly, Omega would be the perfect person to help that. We know she was a medic back on Camino, so that makes a lot of sense to me. For sure, dude. I hope I get everybody pumped. Tim, why do you hate Gregor and Rebels so much? Fives is the GOAT, dude. Fives is definitely the GOAT. I love Fives. There was definitely a long period of time where Fives was probably my favorite clone. He probably still is one of like if it's not Rex, it's definitely Fives, you know. Nobody wants to be my clone either, I promise. It's not that great being Sheev. Some days it is. Some days it is. You're definitely not wrong. Man, yeah, freaking. If I survived, that would have changed everything, dude. It's really, honestly, a sad, sad story. Like, watching that, watching that as a kid was heartbreaking, dude. Matt's Lego film. Get on it. Finish it. Watch it again. Watch it another time. I'm a huge Rebels fan. I actually stand Rebels. Let's be honest. I've seen Rebels 6.5 times. I mean, to be honest, some of those were like half watched, like in the background. But I promise you, I've seen Rebels more times than I can count. It's fantastic, dude. I'm down to get in a Rebels topic real quick. So, a big part of why I like Rebels is the fact that the rewatchability for it is actually pretty good. A lot of people won't even give it a chance or they won't give it a second chance. And the rewatchability of it is insane. Like, you get so many parallels throughout it. You get so many little hints to what is coming next, and it's honestly such a beautifully written show. Even like how rushed it was, because a lot of people don't know that either. The production for it was rushed. They didn't have a lot of money for it. This was the first, I'm pretty sure, major project under Lucasfilm, and they made a great story out of it. I don't care what anyone says. Rebels to me is fantastic. Hell yeah, dude. Tim, you're such a savage, bro. Bro, okay, let me put it this way. The final scene, basically, of Rebels is the exact first scene of Rebels, but just not the same. It's so crazy. Like, so the last scene of Rebels, we see Sabine standing and looking at Lothal as it's newly rebuilt. And then, of course, Ahsoka comes to her. But in the very first scene of Lothal, we see Ezra in the same spot, and he's looking at how decimated it is, and how the Empire has somewhat ruined the world that he loves. You know, because that's just the world he grew up on. So much has changed for him. The kid has been on his own since he was 7 years old. Let me just say that. And the fact that we see him grow and become this super strong, confident Jedi from this street rat kid that would steal and only fended for himself. The main point of Rebels is about hope, and through that hope, like, that's the whole thing there. Like, you see Ezra hoping for a better life, hoping for something better than what Lothal is going through. And at the end of the story, yes, he had to sacrifice himself because that was his master's final teachings. But that hope came to realization. And it just is such an inspiring story. And honestly, for people in their low points, and for myself going the going through the time period that I really binged it so many times, like, it is honestly a great story for hope and to give people hope. And I'm very happy with that story. I love it probably more than anyone, but I just think it's fantastic. Dude, I cried at Five's death every time I watch it. My bad. I went on a Rebels tangent, but that's just how much I love Rebels. I wanted actually my first video to be about Rebels, and I wanted to make it perfect, so I didn't do that. And then recently, the big like hour and a half long documentary that someone did on YouTube came out on Rebels, and you guys should all watch that. I can't even think of its name right now. Hopefully, someone in the comments thinks of it, but that documentary just shows how much work and detail and love, and it just shows the real story of Rebels and why it's so good. Dude, okay, a lot of people hate on the Rebels animation, and like, that's the Ralph McQuarrie concept art. I'm sorry, and I get that it's kind of weird and funky sometimes. Even when I first started watching that, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it didn't bug me. And also, I will say, when I started getting into Rebels, I gave it a chance when it first aired on TV. And I watched the first, like, episode 2, maybe 3 episodes, and I was like, all right, this isn't that good yet. And it's like, I didn't know if it was for me. I'm going to be straight up. I was like, this is kind of kiddish. And then I kind of waited for a while. Season 1 ended, and I heard that Ahsoka was in the finale, and I was like, what the heck? So I went back, and I remember starting to watch some of it, but I always fell asleep. And then around the time that Twin Suns came out, I was like, oh my God, because I had seen and heard everything about the Kenobi Maul fight. And so I just binged the first 3 seasons over and over. I probably did that 2 or 3 times. And then I waited for season 4. And then I never could fit my schedule to watch the show. So I waited for season 4 to get to the last 4 episodes. And then I binged all of season 4, basically the whole series again, and watched the last 4 episodes when they aired. And wow, was it amazing. I would too, Matt. I would love to watch Rebels again over Clone Wars. Clone Wars is so long. Like, I've seen Clone Wars probably 3 or 4 times, but one of those times was when I was a kid, and obviously the whole story wasn't fleshed out yet. And I've never actually, I still haven't completed a chronological watch through of it, which I really hope I do soon. But Clone Wars is so long. It's so cool, but just the way that the stories are kind of thrown in and out of order is like kind of weird to me. Even as a kid, I was like, what's going on? But yeah, I would much rather watch Rebels again than Clone Wars. I actually love both shows. Rebels beats it out just barely for me. Just barely. And honestly, Rebels is... Revenge of the Sith is probably here, and Rebels is probably right there. I'm just being real. That's just my opinion. Don't cancel me for that. I love Rebels. Yeah, dude. And it sucks that so many people don't like the first season of Rebels, and it does start slow. I'm gonna be honest, but it definitely picks up at the end of the season. And I feel like season 2 and on, it's friggin' fantastic. Even if you look at the Rotten Tomatoes numbers, every season is off the charts. I've never seen a TV show with that many seasons in the high 90s. Bold statement. You're a bold one. Oh man, yeah, that's definitely true. A lot of people didn't want Rebels because of what happened with Clone Wars, for sure. Bruh, Matt, I was watching the Theory watch party when that happened, and I definitely bawled, bro. Oh, that was rough. It was amazing though. I loved the Mando finale. He enjoyed resist. Who enjoyed Resistance? No, I don't know anybody that enjoyed Resistance. If I'm being honest. I haven't even watched all of Resistance. I gave it a hard chance, and then I found out that Filoni wasn't even really part of it, and I was like, this is so hard to watch. You watch Resistance live? I couldn't even do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, I definitely think it says something. Oh, dude, the Mando ending was freaking wild. I didn't even expect Luke. Like I did in the back of my mind, but I was like, and there was only so many Jedi left at that point, so it's like, all right, it's either Luke or like Cal Kestis or like some other Jedi we don't know about, and like I don't know. I was just like, was probably Luke, but I didn't actually think they would do that. All right, there you go, Matt. Now, hey, honestly, I'm not trying to hate on Resistance. I'm sorry. Don't cancel me. um, I haven't given Resistance a fair enough chance. So, and like I said, I didn't know anyone personally that's like Resistance. I barely know anybody personally that likes Rebels. So, I watched the Watch Party live, not Resistance. Oh, yeah, I was there too. Mando is probably my favorite TV show ever. Consider season 2 perfect. Dude, okay. I'll go on a little Mando rant too, because why not? We're just getting off topic all over the place. This is my first live, so I'm just having fun with it. When Mando was about to drop, I really started to feel the hype, and I don't know if everyone else did. I felt like everyone was kind of like, this is interesting, like a Mandalorian character. That's kind of cool. I feel like a lot of people wanted it to be Boba, and when I heard that Filoni and Favreau were together, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be juicy. And then the first episode drops, and all you see at the end is Baby Yoda. And I honestly, I cried more seeing Baby Yoda than I did seeing Luke. I'm just gonna be real. With everything that happened, I'm gonna be straight up. I'm not a fan of The Last Jedi. I liked The Force Awakens a lot, and I had so much hope, and that's part of why I started watching Theories videos when he first started YouTube. I was like, dang, like he made such great theories at the start of his channel on what could potentially happen in The Last Jedi. And then all of that went away. No. But for real though, all that, like my hopes, and like I just felt down about Star Wars. I didn't know what to expect, and I was like, all right, what the heck is going to happen now? Like this is so weird, man. And so when I saw Baby Yoda, I literally cried tears, like lots and lots of tears, because I knew Star Wars was headed in the right direction finally. I knew in a way the franchise was saved. I knew whatever wrongs were done, they could be righted. And I knew they were on the right track. It just gave me so much hope. I was like, thank Jesus. That's amazing. Who thinks of this? And of course, Dave Filoni and John did. Like, who better to create a character like that, right? So Mando, I always knew was going to be fantastic. And I'm so happy that I was right, because it's better than I probably could have ever imagined. I like The Last Jedi because it was the first Star Wars I saw in theater. Dude, okay, yeah, it's very beautifully, like, it looks beautiful. I'm not trying to hate on it. I'm really sorry. It is such a beautiful movie, and the way it looks, and even the sounds, and it is produced phenomenally. Rian Johnson knows how to make a good visual movie, and he had the money to do it. I'm not going to get into the story because I don't want to get canceled by half the fandom. But you're definitely allowed to have that opinion. And the first time I watched it, I liked it too. But I take a long time to like settle things in. Personally, I watched the movie probably 2 or 3 times in theaters, so I gave them a bit of my money. But I knew that the franchise was saved with Baby Yoda. All praise to Filoni and Favreau. That's right, Darth Bayou. That's facts. Hey, average. I'm happy that did that for you. I was smiling very giddily because I was like, thank God I didn't super chat on Theory's lives and the nerd theory that I didn't like Boba like Vito did. Maybe Empire, no First Order could have made a big impact. I'm missing something. Bro, I'm happy nobody got Baby Yoda spoiled for them because that is so freaking cool. Oh, you did have Baby Yoda spoiled for you. That sucks. My bad. Oh man, don't talk about the Mark Hamill stuff. That's so sad. I've listened to so many videos of Mark Hamill like leading up to The Last Jedi. Don't talk about that. Definitely all of us were crying with Theory. Let's be real. My bad. I'm trying to read the chat right now. Baby Yoda. Facts. Okay. My mom and my grandpa watched the original trilogy in theaters because my mom grew up in that time. And to me, that's the freaking coolest thing ever. I wish I could have done that. And yeah, her seeing Baby Yoda got her so excited. My brother, too. Like, Josh said on Nerd Theory yesterday that he Bad Batch isn't something he would go tell his friends about and like be like, you have to watch this. Baby Yoda was definitely that thing though, and I definitely made everybody I know watch it. I made my dad sit down and watch it, and my dad, granted, my dad also took me to Revenge of the Sith when I was like 5 years old, and I'm sure he really likes Star Wars, but I don't know if he's like super into sci-fi stuff like that. So the fact that my dad could get into Baby Yoda tells you something, you know. Me too, certified gumbo. Me too. It's good to see you, dude. Good to see you, Coop. Josh did spoil that. I've been watching Josh for a while now. I watched his like regular channel for probably a couple years now. I just like on and off. I liked his breakdowns a lot. And then I started getting heavy in the live channel when he started showing up on Nerd Theory, and I couldn't stay away from spoilers. I had Endgame spoiled for me. Someone in freaking Instagram chats said in a random post that had nothing to do with Marvel that Tony Stark died, and Tony Stark is my favorite character in Marvel. Ever since then, I'm part of spoiler leak culture. Because that shit broke my heart. Revenge of the Sith was the first Star Wars movie I saw, and it was in theaters. Me too, I think. I was 5 years old. I vividly, barely remember it. But I was born actually the year that Phantom Menace came out. I was born in '99, so I've been alive for the whole I was alive for the whole prequel trilogy, and I used to watch all of them when I was really little. It come out in 2004. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think so. But I definitely remember very vividly seeing Revenge of the Sith in theaters. Matt, I have the most nerd coin. You don't bring that up. Just kidding. Josh has the most nerd coin. Then I think it's Proxy, then either Stevie or me. But I don't. Yeah. How much nerd coin do you guys have? Grogu was very leaked, just like the episode 9 script. I had heard all of episode 9 before it came out. 2005. Okay, I was 6 years old when Revenge of the Sith came out. My bad. That's probably why I remember it. You were. Oh, it was on set. It's so deep. Yeah, dude, Mark was really sad. Who doesn't effing love Baby Yoda? I told this to some people in the chat the other day, but my mom tried to order me a custom license plate for Christmas that says I love Grogu. I was down for it though. That sounds lit. It didn't really pan out yet, but maybe it will. Who knows? Well, Matt, get on it. Get on it, dude. You don't have to send super chats, but definitely interacting in the chat helps. 2K? 2K? For sure. I wonder how laggy this is. Like, how far behind I am to the chat. Whole Ahsoka episode got leaked. Yeah, the Ahsoka episode did get leaked. I heard about it before it came out, too. But it was dope. Again, I've been part of the leak culture since Endgame, so for me, it's not that big a deal. I spoil everything for me at this point. Like, I want to know what happens before I die. So if I'm gonna die tomorrow, I want to know what's gonna happen in Mando 3. What's up, Red Member? Oh my God, what's up, Red Member? How's it going, Arrow Mall? Yeah, dude, I think I had the same lightsaber when Revenge of the Sith came out. There was this Anakin lightsaber that changed from blue to red, and that was the coolest thing, man. I mean, it doesn't even make sense canonically, but it was a cool lightsaber. Yeah, Tim, exactly. Hey, you know what? Shout out to X Wing. Shout out to the community. X Wing is such a wholesome, awesome guy. I'm so happy that I ended up being on his first. Like, I think both of us were on the Nerd Council together the first time we were both on, even though I think I left right as he was coming on, sadly. But X-Wing is an awesome dude. I've been talking to him recently. He's a really cool, wholesome guy. I love that dude. His positivity is exactly the kind of effect I want to try and have on the Star Wars community. So it's awesome to see other people that are like-minded and have that positive mindset and vibe towards Star Wars, because that's all you can, like, even if you don't like something, you got to be like, it's still something you love, man. You're not, we've already been through so much in Star Wars, and like, whether you didn't like some of the choices made in prequels, whether you didn't like some of the choices made in the sequels, like, you still love this thing. That's why you come to these live chats and support these Star Wars YouTubers like myself. Like, Star Wars is a freaking amazing connecting thing, and I would love to try and just bring us all together with it and not divide us like we have been in the fandom for a long time. X-Wing is really awesome, man. My 2-year-old found an old Yoda action figure of mine and called him Baby Yoda. That's so cute. Oh, man. Low key, I can't wait to have kids one day. I can't wait to have kids one day. Not anytime soon. I'm only 22. Get on top of that, Matt. So I have the Ben Solo lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge, and I'm going back to Galaxy's Edge on July 10th. Yeah, July 10th. I'm going back to Disneyland. I'm like I said, LA, so Anaheim area. I'm definitely going back. I think the dark saber is available right now, and I don't know if I want to get it. I think it'd be really cool to get it and do a review of it though for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. I actually was thinking of getting the Ahsoka Clone Wars sabers though. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but they're freaking dope. Basically, it's her Clone Wars sabers, so they look even cooler than the Mando ones that are white. I guess they're the Rebels sabers actually, but those were a little bit thicker and they were cool, but I personally didn't get them. I got the Ben Solo saber because I'd never seen that, and it was really cool. I like how he takes that saber and makes it into his Kylo Ren one. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get the Ahsoka sabers when I'm there. They actually changed from the green color that she has to the blue, and one of them's a Shoto, so I think it's really cool. And I'm definitely gonna do a review of that for you guys if you are interested. I'm definitely a boomer at this point. I mean, do you see how long it took me to get this stream correct? I'm as boomer as it gets at 22 years old, man. Oh, Tim, I want to get everything. Money is interesting right now, so I hope I can get both. I've heard some very interesting things about the Darksaber saber that they have there, and honestly, I think the Black Series one is going to be better. I'm barely getting into sabers myself. I think it'd be really cool to do some reviews though on the channel. So who knows, man? Maybe I will get it. We'll see. We'll see. Oh man, I don't think I qualify to be on the Boomer Council. I mean, I'm a boomer at heart, so maybe I do, but I don't think I qualify age wise, man. Boomer is like 50 and above, let's be honest. I mean, you could be a boomer and not be 50, though. Hey, I'm not, man, I'm not selling my self short, dude. Bruh, Tim. What's up, Jake? How are you, dude? It's good to see you, man. I'm really happy to see you around the den more. You're really dope, dude, man. Happy to have you here. Why not? Like I said, she's X-wing isn't really. No, X-wing's not a boomer. I think the age difference between us is like within 10 years. So I promise you, X-wing's not a boomer. I probably could fit into the boomer council. I'm gonna head out in about 5 more minutes. So hit me with any more questions you have. Maybe I'll go on another rant. No, yeah, I know. X-wing's not 50. I know he's not a boomer. We're all boomers at heart. No. Yeah, and speaking of which, two Star Wars nerds, I might be on their live stream Friday. They're gonna do a prequel love stream, I think, or it might be like a just a dedication to the prequels, which I'm all about. Prequels are my favorite era. So I'm gonna be on the live stream this Friday, and I think X-wing is too. It's gonna be 5 Pacific, which means 8 Eastern Standard. Oh, there goes my light. Oh shit. All right. Well, that's sad. Gonna try and fix my light real quick. All right, let's get in any last questions, and then I'm heading out of here. Let me fix this real quick. All right, this is not happening. Man, I love the OG trilogy. Okay, yeah, I guess that doesn't mean I'm a boomer, right? Yeah, dude, I'm glad I figured out the streaming too. Sorry if this has been a little disorganized. It's been a fun stream though. I've had a great time with you guys. Oh, yeah. Hey, this is why we practice though. If I did this on the watch parties this Friday for the Nerd Vengers, I'd be canceled in a heartbeat. Even though they love me, I'd be canceled. Do I plan on going to Celebration? I hope so. If you saw the Nerd Council episode, I guess you could call it, where Theory talked about having extra tickets, I was like, me please. So if I can get my hands on tickets, I'm definitely going to Celebration. It's in Anaheim, so I have no excuse. And this would be my first celebration. So please, Lord, let me get tickets. If anyone else can hook me up with tickets, hit me up. I need 2. Oh my God, Tim, I totally forgot. Wednesday, I'm going to be on Normies the Nerd stream. I don't even know what time it is. I've totally forgot. Man, it's been a long week. It's been a long, like 2 months. So let's be real. But it's been a long 2020. My bad. I'm going to be on Normies the Nerd stream, though. Go check out Kendall over at Normies the Nerds. Give that guy some love. His streams are pretty lit, and he definitely knows how to cover some Marvel. Josh would fire me? Oh, in a heartbeat, man. In a heartbeat. He's gonna think someone probably told him about this, and I'm already fired. But oh man, yeah, yeah. I'm expecting those celebrations to cost an arm and a leg. It's gonna be scary. Andor, dude. All right. When I first heard about Andor, I didn't know what to think. I was like, Cassian's dead. What's the point of this? But now I'm like, all right. And some of the set photos honestly have gotten me pretty hyped. I am pretty excited for Andor now. Yes, Solonic. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Yo, X-Wing! What's good, bro? It's good to see you. My light just died, so that's why my half of my face is dark. I'm light and dark. Somewhere in the middle. I'm the Bendu. Yeah, it's coming to an end, X-Wing. I'm sorry. I'm about to head out of here. Definitely hit that like button, though. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And honestly, I can't wait to do more streams. I'm really happy that this worked out after like 4 or 5 tries. X-Wing, I think I got to get on the Boomer Council with you because apparently I'm the biggest boomer on YouTube that there is. So with that, I'm going to say it's been a real good time. May the force be with you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day.